Joining us now to discuss all of this is J.T. Lewis. He is the brother of Sandy Hook victim, 6-year-old Jesse Lewis. And J.T.'s also a school safety advocate. J.T., first of all, my heart goes out to you because I'm sure every time that one of these shootings happens, it brings back, I'm sure, so many painful memories. Before I ask you about this case, I just want to have you share a little bit about your incredibly heroic younger brother. Here he is, 6 years old, and some of the stories of what he did to protect a teacher and fellow classmates. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, that's right. On the day of the Sandy Hook shooting, the shooter shot out the glass front doors, killed a few teachers, made his way to my brother's classroom, and his gun jammed. And in that interval, Jesse recognized an opportunity, and he yelled for his classmates to run, and 9 of them did. And he stayed behind with his teacher and was eventually killed. And hearing about this shooting in Texas, because it was so similar to Sandy Hook, it brought back, maybe more so than others, a lot of deep pain. And I thought about that day in Sandy Hook when I sat in the firehouse for what seemed like hours and hours and hours and waited for my brother to come out of the Sandy Hook Elementary School. And as the day dwindled on and the families were reunited and we were left sitting there, he didn't come out of that school. And so I know the pain that the families in Texas are feeling over these past few days. And I do want them to know, because someone came to us and told us early on in the darkest moment of our life that you will be happy again. You will find hope. In Sandy Hook, just about every family has started a nonprofit or a charity aimed at making other people's lives better. And I know it's early on in those Texas families' story of overcoming this pain, but when the time is right, we'll be here to support them when they find their purpose too.
What a beautiful, powerful message, and they definitely need to hear it. And who more valuable than someone like you who's been through this, and your outreach is commendable. It's really beautiful, JT. I want to ask you, too, a little bit about some of the warning signs, too, because Jason was just talking about the digital footprint and some of the red flags. And I covered the Newtown case, so I know, unfortunately, some of the footprints with Adam Lanza. I mean, it was astounding when we looked at his mental history and his propensity for violence and some of the issues. Do you think we need to start changing clearly some of these laws that if indeed somebody has a mental history, has made violent threats, even if it's as a juvenile, that needs to be red flagged? Because in this case, as soon as he turned 18, he went and bought a gun, and the person who sold him the gun couldn't have seen anything in the system. It wasn't in the system. Isn't there something that needs to be done so there's something at least publicly, at least to help in some cases?
Can I just say, first of all, take his face off of the screen right now, please?
Yeah,
I don't want to see his name or his image.
Absolutely.
I don't want to see his name or his image anywhere. And I don't want to see the shooter in Sandy Hook. I don't want to see the shooter in Parkland, because I'll tell you, there's dark room internet chat boards where these people are idolized, these sick people. And this is in part complicit on the media, where we have to do a better job educating our youth and keeping these crazy people's name and image out of the media. I don't know. This shooting was so similar to Sandy Hook that it makes me wonder if perhaps it was a copycat shooting. As we know, those are very prevalent. But of course, I'll wait for the facts to come out. But that's just the first thing I'll say. Other than that, yeah, everyone asked me about what we can do. I'll say, in the case of Sandy Hook, he shot out the glass front doors and started to kill people. It was that easy. And the facts are coming out here. In Sandy Hook, the police didn't go in for, I forget how long it was, I think 8 minutes they waited outside. And it sounds like here they waited outside for an hour. Obviously, we need to do better training our first responders in these type of situations. And additionally, provide better measures to secure the schools. That's single point entry, having an armed guard already inside and embedded with the school population. And obviously, there's a lot of things we can do, and we're just not doing a good job right now. And I don't know how many more of these shootings it's going to take to make us learn.
Yeah.
But I want to say, here in Sandy Hook, the day after the shootings, and I went through the Newtown school systems for the next 6 years, the day after the shootings, our schools became the model for the rest of the country in what to do for school safety. We had single point entry, armed guards, annexed police stations in the schools, cameras. We had everything, tip lines, everything. We're the perfect schools in the country. If other schools could just come look at what we're doing, I think we would perhaps solve this crisis in a short term. It's unfortunate that we didn't do it the day before the shooting, but it is what it is. No, absolutely. And you know, it's astounding too, JT, at this school district, it sounded like they had a lot of the things on paper to do correct and on their website, but yet in practice, they weren't following through on this. And I agree with you. I hope that they come up there. I hope they talk to people like you, learn from this, that we hopefully never see this again. And I just want to say thank you, too. You know, we're thinking of you so much. And boy, you had a true hero in your family. And thank you for all that you're doing in his honor to help so many other families right now. Thank you, JT. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was an honor to have you here. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.